The lesson is Pain 101. Your instructor is Casey Jones. It's geeking time. 2 minutes for slashing, 2 minutes for hooking, and let's not forget my personal favorite, 2 minutes for high sticking. I'm back with another best action figure review today, double review. This time around, I am doing my favorite character from Ninja Turtles. That sounds pretty bad. I'm not doing my favorite character. I'm reviewing my favorite character from Ninja Turtles. Today we're going to take a look at the best action Casey Jones, based on his appearance from the 1980s cartoon, coming included with a bunch of different accessories and an alternate head sculpt, as well as the Urban Legends comic book Casey Jones, which also comes with multiple accessories, which it just looks like the comic book version, just it has a different head sculpt. So I'm really excited about this. I was gonna do Taka and Razar, but you know what? I thought to myself, you know what? I wanna get Casey Jones. I wanna grab him. I wanna review him. I'm really excited to get this guy out of the way. So let's get straight into it. Let's get to taking a look at these best action Casey Jones action figures. You're breaking the law, Buster. So first we're going to take a look at Casey Jones based on his appearance in the 1987 cartoon. Actually, dare I say, based on his action figure counterpart from the 1980s toy line, which is also in turn based on his appearance from the 1980s cartoon. We're going to take a look at the packaging in just a moment as I have him on the spinning platform. He boasts 31 points of articulation. He comes with a bunch of neon accessories, which we'll take a look at once we take him out. A couple of interchangeable parts. This figure actually looks pretty cool. I think that the alternate head sculpt is probably an homage to the Casey Jones from the 2012 animated series. Personally, yes, I would have liked to have gotten the Casey Jones basically that has the regular alternate head with the non-neon accessories, but I love the action figure, the toy, so much from the 80s that I'm actually happy that this is the version of Casey Jones I have. So let's go ahead and grab him off the spinning platform. Apparently I can't speak. Let's get the box open and let's take a look and see what the 1980s Casey Jones looks like. Well, if you've seen me do Best Action Loyal Subjects Los Angeles Best Action Figures review in the past, you'll know that the packaging is pretty much the same thing. It's got the window box with a cartoony photo of the character on the side. Same thing for on the side here. You have a glam shot of the cartoon itself. On the top is another window opening. Same thing for the side. Best features, best articulation, best assortment. This is Casey Jones' skull face. As I mentioned, he comes with the alternate head sculpt, which I think, as I said, pays homage to the 2012 series Casey Jones. A couple of different hands. So here we go. This boasts, as always, 31 points of articulation. That's one thing that I will say I'm not too much in agreement with, because I don't really think there is that much articulation. But I digress. Casey Jones. Casey Jones is a hothead vigilante who stalks the streets of New York City, ready to stop crime with his hockey mask, hockey stick, and baseball bat. He teams up with the Turtles and becomes one of their greatest human allies. So there you go. Incredible sculpt details, multiple accessories. So there you go. And if you want to have him displayed like that, but I don't think you would want to have him displayed like that because Casey Jones, the iconic look is with the hockey mask. So yeah, there you have it. This was released in 2022. I'm only getting around to taking a look at him now. So let's go ahead and let's crack this open. Let's see, what's the best way to get this guy open? There's usually a slit on the bottom. So let me, you know what? You guys are gonna have to bear with me for a moment. It's all in removing the tape at the bottom. All right, so let's go ahead and open this up. I know that, you know what, I should probably take the time to open this up by myself, not on camera, so it takes less time to for the process. But hey, we're doing it. It's all in the unboxing, right? It's all in the unboxing. Okay, let's slide him out of his packaging. And Casey Jones just has a basic blue background with all the turtles. All the turtles, and it says his name there on the inside, Casey Jones. That's slid out fairly easy. Okay, you guys can see my hairy hand apparently. Just gonna close the box back up for now. And we're gonna put that over there just for the time being. And then we got Casey Jones right here in his plastic shell, always with this little Best Action thing. I'm not quite sure. I've never known exactly what this is. So let's get the plastic shell open. Get the contents out. Now, I've heard something about this duffel bag that we're not gonna be playing around with the items in this video, because I heard things about the items that I am not looking. I don't want to break things, is what I'm trying to get at. Let's just move this stuff out of the way for the time being so that we can properly take a look at our Casey Jones figure, whom is out of camera. He's not in camera. He doesn't want to join us today. There we go. Put him back into camera. Put everything into focus into camera. Okay, there we go. So he's laying down. Let's get him standing up properly. Casey Jones, this is your time to shine. So why are you laying down? Not time to sleep on this, Casey Jones. There we go. We got him standing up. Oof, okay, that was quite the feat to get him to stand up. Just gonna move some stuff out of the way, because first things first, before we get into taking a look at him, one thing I wanna do is I wanna compare him next to his 1980s action figure counterpart so that we can see what they look like together as a likeness. Let's bring in the figure from the 1980s toy line. So there's Casey Jones next to Casey Jones, toy versus toy. So all in all, for the new figure, if we're just looking at them like that, new figure looks pretty accurate. Sorry, clearing my throat on camera. I apologize for that. And if we turn them around, yeah, it's pretty accurate to what the figure and what the toy looks like, except for on the back here, you see that there's the mask piece, but there's none on the back here. But nonetheless, okay, why are you not, there we go. Nonetheless, it does bear pretty good likeness to the original toy from the 1980s. So I'm fairly happy with that so far. Okay, so let's take a look at our Casey Jones here. I think my camera's a little off-sided. There we go. So let's bring back in the accessories, and we're gonna take a look at our Casey Jones accessories. Like we always do with these figures, we've got two Casey Jones to take a look at. So this is gonna be a fun video. If you're a fan of Casey Jones, strap in, guys, strap in. Okay, let's go with the accessories. First things first. And these are all neon accessories, because the figure itself came with neon accessories, which that I still need to get for my 1980s Casey Jones figure that I just showed. I need to get the accessories because I want to have a complete Casey Jones eventually. So he comes with a golf club. Not much to it. In the original figure, these are all painted. So comes with a golf club, which is all twisted and mangled from hitting people over the head. He comes with a, it's another golf club. I forget what this one is. That one's the club, but this one is the, I forget what this was called. I'm not a golf player, so maybe someone down below can let me know what exactly this club is for golf. Comes with that. He comes with a goaltender hockey stick. The only kind of painting on the side is right here where it says Eastman. So you got the hockey stick. And he comes with a neon duffel bag, which you can just go ahead and put all the accessories in the duffel bag, and they just store and sit in there just like that. Now, there's one thing that I did hear about this Casey Jones figure when it comes to the duffel bag. Don't put the duffel bag on him. I've seen many review on, well, not many review. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 reviews online, and the same thing. I mainly saw this from Toy Shiz. The handle is very easy to break off if you're going to put him on your Casey Jones. So if you're going to have Casey Jones with his duffel bag, just display it next to him. That would be my bet. I'm not going to be messing around with that today. Figure also comes included with 2 extra hands. So first things first, we have another fisted hand with white tape on it. Which, well, I can't, yeah, there you go. So white tape on that hand. And a alternate gloved hand. So the hands you have right now are gripping hands. These are closed fist hands. So he comes with that. And then he comes with an alternate head sculpt, which is basically just a skull head. As I mentioned earlier, I believe that this is supposed to be an homage to the 2012 series Casey Jones. But I mean, the detailing's pretty nice. In the original figure, it's just, you know, a regular face of Casey Jones, which is an homage to the 2003 cartoon. My gosh, I can't speak apparently. So there you go. That's all the accessories that come with Casey Jones as he decides to fall down on me because, you know, he had an issue standing up before. So why would he not want to stand up right now? All right, now that we've got the accessories out of the way, let's take a look at the figure itself. In fact, before we even take a look at the figure, I often forget to do this. Let's measure our Casey Jones. See how tall he is. Pretty tall figure. He's just about 5 inches tall, which gives us in centimeters. And I'm not very good with centimeters. So that's just about over, I don't know, you guys tell me. That's what it is in centimeters. It's always important to measure your figure before you take a look at the articulation because you really want to see the height. So I'm not going to be popping things out. I don't really want to start interchanging parts, but let's go straight into the detailing and to the articulation. Let's go with the articulation first. So Casey Jones' head does not move all around. It moves side to side. It's on somewhat of a ball joint, I would think, so you can't really make him look up or down. The arm goes all the way around. There's a rotation here in the top of the arm. The elbow is on a double hinge. The hand does not, yeah, there we go, is it going to turn? Hand rotates all the way around. It doesn't really do anything in terms of moving there. The arm on this side, however, is going to be limited because of the shoulder pad, but in terms of that, it's the same kind of articulation on this side. He's got a little bit of an ab crunch right there at the top. He doesn't have any torso rotation. He's got a swivel here in his upper thigh. It doesn't really want to move though. He's got a, here you go, his leg cartoonishly bends all the way freakishly backwards like that. Same thing for this leg. And then the foot down here, you know, just a little bit front and back and a little bit tiny bit side to side. I will say, however, this is a good looking Casey Jones figure. I love the detailing on his mask. The mask looks fantastic, like he just came straight out of the cartoon. And I love the blue that they added to the hair, which is kind of like the cartoon. Now, they did add a little extra detailing when it came to the mask itself, the strap effect, so that looks really great too. Unlike the action figure it's based off of, this shoulder pad has layered on it. You see Eastman on the hockey stick. And just after that, I mean, the outfit itself is pretty much the same thing when you go all the way down as the action figure itself. The only difference is that in the other toy, the shoes themselves are more just a solid neon green, whereas this has a little bit of tone of white on the shoes. But all in all, I mean, you got the drawstring and everything. You got this drawstring right there for the hood, and even the back of the figure itself. They did not skimp out on detailing. I know a lot of people complain about Best Action. My one complaint is this, though: when you do this with the knees, right, that doesn't look that great. I'm sure if you have him in a jumping pose, yeah, even at that, it just looks too cartoony. I mean, there's a way to figure it out to like have it look better than that, but I mean, it does look great. The articulation is pretty much. Is it 31 points of articulation? I don't know. I mentioned that the duffel bag, I've seen it before, that people say it breaks. However, you could just, you could just put it right there like that on him. He can, and it's probably going to make him top heavy, that's what doing. But you could probably just put it around him like that, just like that. Or I think there might be a little handle. Yeah, there's a handle right here. If you're able to get that into his hand, you could probably have him, yeah, you know, just holding the duffel bag too. So like, again, he will, at least it's not as top heavy when he holds it in his hand. So then he can, you know, pop all of Casey Jones's accessories into the bag while he's standing there. Some of them are going to fall out. But in terms of accessories, do they hold properly? This one definitely will. I know, because that one just has a little bit of a very tiny thing there. Same thing for here. You can pop that in easily, the golf club. So it does go in his hand very well. So far, this is the best. Yeah, and the hockey stick too actually does. Let's fit it in the other hand. Let's see actually. This hand does not. Does one hold it? Okay, well, at least it does fit fairly well in this hand too. So you can have him gripping his hockey stick. So yeah, all in all, actually, I'm fairly impressed with this Casey Jones. Dare I say, out of all the best action figures that I've taken a look at so far, before we'd even take a look at the Urban Legends Casey Jones, thus far, I think this Casey Jones, this figure right here, is probably my favorite that Best Action has released. Again, I'm not putting this on him because I don't want to have this thing break. Well, now that we haven't taken a look at our 80s style cartoon action figure homage Casey Jones figure, let's wipe the slate clean and let's take a look at the Urban Legends Casey Jones. Before we do so, we're going to take a very quick break. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. And when we come back, we'll take a look at Urban Legends Casey Jones. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will return after these messages.
Introducing Leatherhead, the evil Cajun Gator.
Leatherhead, these are your targets, the friends of the Ninja Turtles. Yusaki Yojimbo, the Samurai Rabbit. Casey Jones, the Sports Warrior. And Metalhead, the robotic turtle vending machine. Destroy them!
Whoa, better watch the old blood pressure, Shredhead. Now you can get a pop-up display stand inside specially marked packages of turtle figures. Great for displaying turtles when they're not eating pizza. From Playmates.
We now return to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They're all gonna pay, because Casey Jones is on the job. Taking a step into different territory here, now we're gonna take a look at a little bit of a darker figure when it comes to Casey Jones. This is based on his look on the Urban Legends comic book series. I believe that this was a series put out by IDW. I actually have yet to read that series. And I was not planning on getting this Casey Jones originally, but as I looked more at the figure and I thought to myself, hey, if ever I do want to put him on display, I can definitely pop out the United States flag mask and put on his original Vigilante mask. Well, I could do that too. This one as well comes with an alternate head, with a couple of alternate hands, and some alternate accessories. Not alternate accessories. It comes with all the accessories along with the figure. 31 points of articulation as well. So we're gonna take a look at this figure. We'll compare him also to the 80s Casey Jones, and let's have a good time with it. Having just looked at Casey Jones based on the 80s cartoon / toy just a mere moments ago, we're shifting our gear, as I mentioned, to the much darker in nature Urban Legends Casey Jones. Before we take a look at him, let's compare him to another little bit of a darker figure that I have of Casey Jones in my collection, the NECA Ultimate Casey Jones based on the movie. This is basically him right here. So a little bit of a darker variant, so still looks pretty cool next to his NECA, next is the NECA counterpart based on the movie version. All right, so let's grab the box here. And I'm going to just put him down for a moment. I'll get the tape off so we can open up the box. Actually, not yet. I forgot to do this first. Let's take a look at the packaging first, like I always do. I know we were rotating him on the platform, but what you gonna do? We got a nice picture of Casey Jones from the comic book right here in the front. You got your window with Casey Jones coming with all of his accessories. Window frame on the back. This one here has the classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo, but I think all the Best Action do have that. So another pick right there, and I believe that's Kevin Eastman artwork, so that's really cool. On the back, we have 31 points of articulation, incredible sculpt details, multiple accessories. So here comes all the accessories right here and a couple of interchangeable pieces. Is this the same read-up? Is this the same read-up? It is. Casey Jones is a hothead vigilante who stalks the streets of New York City, ready to stop crime with his hockey mask, hockey stick, and baseball bat. He teams up with the Turtles and becomes one of their greatest human allies. And to this day, my favorite character when it comes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So now let's put him down to the side, down on its back, lay him flat. I'll take that little piece of tape off right here and I'll get him out of the packaging. All right, let's go ahead and open up the box itself. There we go. Let's hope that he slides out smooth like butter, like the other Casey Jones. Smooth like butter. Buttery toast. Oh, buttery toast. It's my wife, her favorite. Buttery toast. That's her favorite snack. Buttery toast. So inside we just have some basically gritty metal. Hi, everyone. And then on the side it says Casey Jones. Oh, it's going to be awkward for the thumbnail. I use the basic general purple background that I always do for these turtle videos. That's going to be a little bit awkward, stating how neither of these figures have that colorful background. Oh well, it's just a staple for me when it comes to these figures. I'll fix that afterwards. Let's get him out of the casing. Let's get Casey out of the casing. Casey Kasem. Casey Kasem, the voice of Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. You know what? Right off the bat, I'm noticing something. Huh, look, okay, this is really odd. This is odd. You gypped me, Best Action. You gypped us all. Look at right here on the back. On the back right here, it says that there are 2 open hand interchangeable hands. But compact inside here, let me just pop this back on really quickly because I don't want to have everything fall out. There's only 2 interchangeable hands, 2 closed-fisted interchangeable hands. Am I missing something? No, they lied. They lied to us on the packaging. There are no open gripped, relaxed hands. Just closed-fisted hands. If you're going to promote something on the back of your packaging that comes with the toy, be accurate. Don't put something that's not coming with the action figure. I don't like being lied to. I don't like being lied to. Best Action, you lied to us. But I digress. Let's get him out of his clamshell packaging here. There we go. Again, it comes with this. I don't know what that little piece of paper is for. I don't think we really need that. So we're just going to dig out all the accessories. You know what? Boom, there we go. Make it easier. Make it so much easier. Just throw everything on the ground.
I threw it on the ground.
That's a reference to SNL, an obscure reference to Saturday Night Live you don't see very often. All right, let's put everything to the side. Can we see that? Yes, we can see that on camera. Perfect. Perfection. And then we got everything over there. And here is our action figure, our Casey Jones, right out of the packaging, who feels similar to the Casey Jones that we just had a look at momentarily ago. Oh, he's standing properly this time. Perfect. Let's get our measuring tape. So he stands same height as the other Casey Jones, just a little under 5 inches. And in case you're wondering in centimeters, there you go. That's how tall he is in centimeters. Alrighty. Let's get him next to the Casey Jones, like I mentioned, that we just had a look at a few moments ago. Let's put them next to each other. There we go. We got Casey Jones next to Casey Jones, and they are pretty much the same height when you put them next to each other. And they do look pretty good next to each other. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm still liking the 80s Casey Jones, but I'm liking the posing, the way that they have the figure look on the Urban Legends one. All right, so let's take a look. First and foremost, let's take a look at the accessories. The disappointing, just 2 closed fisted hands, no relaxed hands. So there we go, 2 closed fisted hands. He also comes with the alternate head sculpt with his classic mask, which has the strap going around, which I appreciate that. I love that. The hair is very detailed as well, so I like that mask a lot. He also comes with a cricket paddle.
Cricket? Nobody understands cricket. You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand cricket. I'll teach you.
And then he also comes with a, what is it, that song by Wu-Tang Clan, Method Man, a spiked effing bat. Yeah, that Method Man song. Go check that out. If you like old 90s hip hop, yeah, Method Man. Starts in there in the beginning, he says a spiked bat. Guys, I'm not making that up. I stuck with me. It stuck with me ever since I first heard that song many moons ago, just because of its graphic nature, not because I'm like, this is amazing, just because I'm like, is he actually saying this shit right now? Like, okay, I love Method Man. I'm not the biggest hip hop fan, but Method Man is one of those guys that I will consider on the pantheon of greatness, especially with the fact that he is a fellow comic book enthusiast. But that song just has a very alarming intro. Anyways, he also comes with a duffel bag as well here. This one's a square duffel bag that's all brown. Very hollow inside, nothing inside. That is not right what I'm doing. Putting my finger in there. I should not be doing that. I am sorry, guys. It's just to show you that it is very deep and hollow. So there's all the accessories that comes with Casey Jones. Let's go ahead and take a look at the figure himself. So he's got the, you know what, let's start with the articulation. So the head this time around, the head does go all the way around, which is perfect. And I'm willing to bet, because he doesn't have the shoulder pad this time around, that both arms are going to go all the way around. They're going to extend out. Actually, I think it was the same thing with the other Casey Jones. I just forgot to show that. But yeah, same thing. The other Casey Jones does this as well. Then there's a bicep swivel right there. If I can get the arms back down. Okay, don't put your Casey Jones, don't move his arms out, because it's going to be tough to get them back down. Really? You don't want to go back down now? Okay. Then his elbow is on a double joint. Hand moves all the way around. Just don't understand why the arm doesn't want to go back down. It's going to be a little tough to put him back in the packaging. Shouldn't have done that. Okay. And he's got an upper torso crunch. No, a little bit of a torso rotation here. He's got leg move back and forth like that. He's got a twist here in the upper thigh, but it's a little tight. His knee, just like the other figure, goes all the way in like that. Up and down, a little bit side to side with the rocker. I'm still don't understand, and I don't want to break anything. Anyways, so that's what he looks like. I feel like if I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if I did something wrong, but yeah, the arm really does not want to go. Trying to slightly put it back. Oh, there we go. Now, there we go. Okay, wow, that was... I don't know what happened there, but okay. All right, so the mask itself, actually very nicely detailed for the American flag mask, but if I'm not going to lie to you, I think I prefer this mask over the American flag one. I know this is supposed to be darker. This is more the gritty version of Casey Jones for the comic. But if I'm going to display him, I'd like to display him with the original mask. Because just look at that. That looks like the original comics Casey Jones. Well, at least somewhat. So that's what it looks like next to the head sculpt. He's got his tank top on here, but very nicely detailed and sculpted with like the with all the I forget what they're called, ridges and stuff, basically, that makes it look like the shirt's moving. His pants are basically the same as the other Casey Jones in a sense, just a little bit of different paint, a little bit of extra painting down here with the drawstring. And he's got the same shoes as the other Casey Jones, but instead of them being neon green and white, they are gray. And he's got the arm wrapping, basically the same. It's all the same as the other Casey Jones. It's just that the mask is different, and he's got his tank top on. So nothing really has changed with this Casey Jones. It's pretty much the same exact thing. But you know, let's go ahead and check and see if this Casey Jones, how the accessories fit in his hand. Because okay, the other Casey Jones, they fit pretty well. But these Best Action figures have a track record of not being able to hold their accessories very well. All right, I'm not going to do the duffel bag around him. So yeah, you can definitely put the duffel bag, you know, around his shoulder if you want. It's definitely best if you probably pop off his head and put it on. But at least, you know, at least it will stay in place, I would think. Let's see here. Is this going to fit in his hand? Oh boy. See, we come to the same problem where you have to really pry open the hands. You really have to pry those hands open to get the accessories into his hand. Yeah, no, okay. And then when it comes to the cricket paddle, is that going to get into his hand? Let me try the other hand, actually. Let's see if I can fit it in the other hand. This is the one thing I don't like about certain action figures, is the fact that you really have to pry things open sometimes. There we go, the cricket paddle. Okay, the cricket paddle is fitting in his hand. Maybe when we get, yeah, okay, so that's perfect. Let me see if I can get the, now I got that in this hand. Let's see if the spiked bat will fit in his hand. I'm being optimistic here, guys. I'm being very optimistic. I just want to put the spiked bat in his hand because I think it makes this Casey Jones look all the cooler, but it really doesn't want to go in his hand right now. Okay, no problem. So there you go. There's your look at the Urban Legends Casey Jones. I still like the other figure better, but for variety, this definitely looks like this is definitely a beautiful piece to have in the collection as well. I've said it before and I'll say it again, these best action figures look like SH Figure Arts, at least they remind me of that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will return after these messages.
Casey, you're all over the internet.
So what?
The whole city thinks you're a criminal. You have $1 billion tech company's weapon in your apartment.
Lame. Breaking Nether, pal. You're going to penny the box for that.
We now return to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, now that we've had a look at both Casey Jones figures, I continue to state the fact that I find these best action figures very beautiful little pieces. I've said it many times and I'll keep saying it, they remind me of the SH Figure Arts figures. I think that these are great pieces to have in your collection. I know that these figures don't always get the best kind of rap, and a lot of reviewers, a lot of collectors often want to skip them. Okay, I get it. I understand if you're a really high-end collector and that's all you want to collect, you just want those Super 7, okay, we're not going to keep talking about them. Or if you want NECA, fine. But I think that this is a great alternative. I've said it many times. This is a great alternative to Ninja Turtles collectibles to have in your collection if you don't want to pay the $40 that NECA is charging or the $100 that Super 7 is charging. These things can go from anywhere between 20 to 30 bucks. And when they're on special, they go on special for pretty cheap. So I think, honestly, they are definitely worth having in the collection. Now, that being said, I still do agree that the posability is an issue. It boasts 31 points of articulation, but we saw it here, especially with Casey Jones. Yeah, you're not getting 31 points of articulation. Come on, that's not possible. And I keep saying it, and I will still say it. Yes, you see Casey Jones, the Urban Legends version, with his spiked bat in his hand, but I had to pry his hand open. Same thing for Casey Jones holding his hockey stick right now. I had to pry the left arm hand open to put the end of the hockey stick in his hand. So I do feel like when it comes to the accessories, they should not give the characters bulky accessories if they have small hands. It is not going to fit in their hands very well. But that being said, what do you think of these best action figures? Do you like them? Do you want to seek them out? I think since I've been doing these best action figure reviews, actually a lot of you have been tuning in for the reviews and seem to be very positive about these and seem to enjoy my reviews on these figures. So let me know down below what your stand is on the best action figures, or as I keep always asking you guys, do you prefer Playmates? Do you prefer Super 7? Do you prefer NECA when it comes to Ninja Turtles collectibles? I've always said, and I'll keep saying it, when it comes to the very high end, I'll take NECA over Super 7 any day. But hey, I'm one who loves Playmates, and I love the Playmates Ninja Turtles figures. So I'm always going to go towards that. I just find that these best actions are a beautiful and nice alternative, especially if you keep them in the packaging to have in your collection. Well, that being said, I'm gonna let you guys get out of here for the day. You probably got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. Let's go move on with our day. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video in its entirety. If you did, I appreciate each and every single one of you guys who've been a subscriber to my channel since day one, or even been a subscriber to my channel a second or two ago. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Also, let me know down below, who is your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles character? If you are new to my channel, however, because you love Ninja Turtles, you love Casey Jones, or if you want to get these figures from yourself and you just want to know what the best action Ninja Turtles figures are like, well then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell to be notified whenever I got some brand new content out. It's the best way to know whenever I got some new videos, especially these best action videos, which I think I have maybe 2, 3, 4, 4 or 5 more to come down the pipeline. So stick around for those. Like this video if you did like this, if you like all these best action reviews, and comment down below. Let's talk all things Ninja Turtles. Let's talk all things Casey Jones. Stay cool, stay nerdy, keep hunting, keep collecting, don't break the law. And as always, it's cool if it's nerd cool. Laters!